Hey, this is Leon Poe, man. You listening to Causeway Street Podcast.
What's up, y'all? This is Kenny Anderson. Y'all listen to the Causeway Street Podcast.
For all you new listeners out there, I'm your host, Josue Pavone. I'm joined as usual by my two co-hosts.
I'm Sean Dutra. What's up?
Yeah,
like
talk
long
about
walks
yourself.
on the bee.
There you go. Joel Pavone. What up?
I'm a Pisces. The most romantic.
It leads off with that.
The most romantic sign in all of the zodiac.
Oh.
If you couldn't tell by my voice already.
Oh.
Sexy.
But I'm the producer of this ensemble that we call Causeway Street. In case you missed it.
Hey, Bill Walton here, Celtics 1986. You're listening to the Causeway Street Podcast. Yeah, come here for nothing but the truth. This is where dreams come true. Thank you, Boston, for my life.
Where are we going?
You guys are such homers.
It's your boy Terry Rozier. You're listening to the Causeway Street Podcast. Now listen to my boys Joe, Sway, Joel, and Sean.
Welcome into our very special Christmas edition episode of the Causeway Street Podcast.
You know what, Sean? This is the most healthiest episode we've done.
Nah, you're sick.
I'm sick. You're just coming off of what?
I'm healthy. I am a healthy human.
Joel
healthy
couldn't
as a
even
horse.
make it down. He's got 103
Look at Joel.
temperature.
Joel, we replaced Joel with a sign today.
Yeah, you know what? We should have just put his face right here.
Look at Hoodie
he's here
Sway
in
over
spirit.
there acting like Hoodie Mellow, like
I
being
got the
all
hoodie
emo.
going because I'm sick, man. I don't feel well, but you know what? I had to come through. You know, it's Christmas.
Check out the tree.
Couldn't have missed out to see that.
Check it out.
That terrible looking tree that I was making fun of last
That
episode.
is Merry Christmas.
That's the
right
one
there.
I was making fun of right there. It's missing at least 5 or 6 feet, if you ask me.
Just relax,
you know what?
all right?
I guess we'll do without it. But hey, we got a lot to talk about here. You know, we got Christmas special, of course. We'll have that theme going. I forgot to put the stockings up, man. You had some stockings ready. I guess you didn't come through with that that plan.
Right over there is all my Christmas display.
Oh, right over there. Oh, you guys see it? There you go.
Yeah, I busted one of the lights earlier, so
It still looks decent though. Somewhat
Yeah,
decent.
It's not lit, but
Hey, we got a Christmas wish list that we're going to go
yes,
through.
let's get into
So
it.
you know what? We'll get into that, and then later on we'll get into instead of looking ahead on the Celtics schedule, we're going to look ahead to the Christmas Day matchups, NBA matchups. We'll break those down briefly.
Very festive.
We'll have to do, in case you missed it without Joel, I know it's going to be weird. It's going to be different. We haven't even told
I don't
him
even know
about
how he doesn't know this is happening.
We don't even know how he's going to react, so we'll have to wait and see how he responds to it. But I
think
we'll be all right.
He's gonna edit this and he's gonna be like these.
That's how he's going to find out. That's right.
He's never gonna tell him until he has to edit it. Make him go to work with his 107 fever.
All right, let's do it. Christmas wish list. All
The
right.
Celtics Christmas list.
Celtics Christmas wish list.
Wait, say Christmas wish list 3 times
Christmas
fast.
wish list. Christmas
Oh!
Christmas wish list.
Say it. That's it. That's the new
You
one.
can't get it down either.
I know I can. It's a thing.
So what's your wish here? What do you think? We're talking about player here? Are we talking about something that you want the Celtics to go through? What exactly do you mean by wish list? What do you got?
Number one thing on the Celtics Christmas wish list is some scoring off the bench.
Okay.
Somehow get out there, Trader Danny, and work your magic. I mean,
So you can't start talking about trades, man, because our audience is sensitive.
hey,
They're very attached to this team.
We're not talking about.
We're gonna
I'm
get some
not.
mean
I'm not
comments.
talking about an Anthony Davis or any type of blockbuster trade. I think you just need a little help off the bench. So
Okay.
I have a couple of ideas.
Yeah, let's go through these names here.
A couple of ideas.
You gave me some names here, so I figured I'd read them off, and we'll see what you have to say about them.
Okay.
Interesting names. I'm not hating all of them. Let's start with this guy, Tyreek Evans. He's been doing very well in Memphis. Career year, if you will.
Since his rookie year.
I mean, he's going to be a free agent this summer or the following? He's
only making
player option,
$3.5
right?
million this year.
Okay.
So for the Celtics to be able to trade him, they can trade him for Nader. Like, it doesn't matter. You can get him if he's available. So he's having a career year in Memphis. He's scoring. He's rebounding. He can run the floor if you need him to. This is the first year that he's actually been able to sort of live up to that rookie of the year hype out of that awful rookie class. I mean, easily could help the Celtics off the bench.
All right, next person on the list, Vince Carter.
See, this one I don't know too much about.
Well,
I put this on here for you. I
don't hate it. This is like a buyout situation. He sees how Sacramento's not going very far.
Now he's making $8 million. So if you got to trade him, I don't think this is a trade. This is definitely a buyout situation.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is a buyout situation. This wouldn't happen after Christmas. This would happen way after.
After Christmas, after trade deadline,
if he shows signs that he can be one of those guys to play somewhat of an Iguodala role, if you will. Hey, I don't hate it for someone. You can always use someone like that in the playoffs.
Hey, if there is a town for a 40-year-old to come to,
it's here, right?
It's here. Team him up with Tom Brady to say we just need him for a playoff run. That's it. If he can, I mean, but the
Joe Green rule. What you talking about?
No.
Joe Green rule come off the bench.
I need an upgrade. So I don't know if Vince Carter will come off the bench and be, hey, no one's able to score off our bench. Vince, we're going to rely on you for scoring. So that one, I'm sort of. I don't know. A veteran's presence, sure, but he doesn't help you. He doesn't help you with what you need. We need help with.
All right, how about this guy, Lou Williams? You've been talking about him for weeks.
That's my boy. That's my number one. That's my number one on the Christmas list is Lou Williams. If you're able to get Lou Williams, the guy just scores. That's all he does. So you could put him in a backcourt situation with Lou Williams and Marcus Smart. Finally, maybe Marcus Smart won't be shooting threes. This is my thing about the Clippers. The Clippers right now are sitting on 10 wins, looking like a team that is lucky to have 10 wins. You have no Blake. DeAndre Jordan's probably going to get traded. They're going to eventually blow that thing up because you've signed Gallinari, who had a great 3 games this year.
He had a couple weeks.
A great 3 games.
He had a couple weeks.
No. And you lose Chris Paul.
He went down.
Beverly's out for the season. That team is in shambles. Doc's probably going to lose his job. I think the last-ditch effort for Doc to save his job is to, hit that reset button. Just start. And if you can get a second-round pick for Lou Williams, who's not going to be on the team next year. He's not.
Okay.
And you're not going to make the playoffs this year. You trade Lou Williams. And Lou Williams will be coveted by a lot of teams. So I think it's very important that Danny gets in on that early and is in first in line for that Black Friday Lou Williams shopping.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
As much as I would love to see Lou Williams in a Celtics uniform and helping them off the bench, I just don't see Doc Rivers making that move with Danny Ainge. If Danny Ainge is on his phone, that initial phone call when you see the name Danny Ainge, I feel like Doc is just going to laugh.
Do you think it's
put
that
his phone
bad?
on mute and throw his phone across the room. Yes.
You think it's that bad?
Yes.
If
Why would he even think of doing something like
what
that?
If Danny Ainge overpays?
Always going to
what
win.
if he overpays?
Because he doesn't do that. He's going to win the trade. That's just what he does, especially against Doc Rivers. He's going to win a trade against Doc Rivers.
I don't know. I think Doc has to pick up the phone in that situation.
All right.
Has to.
I don't know why you put this guy in here. This is an interesting name.
Why?
Dirk Nowitzki.
Yes. Why wouldn't I put this guy on the list?
Come on, he's Mr. Dallas, man. He's not gonna leave.
Who has the worst record in the Western Conference right now?
Regardless, that guy.
The worst record in the Western Conference.
Loves Dallas way too much.
What if the Celtics said, "Hey, we're going to give you our first-round draft pick for Dirk Nowitzki"? The Celtics' first-round draft pick. It'll be late in the first round.
That'd be a terrible move for the Celtics.
What if Dirk comes in and averages 15 points a night off your bench, and you have a guy who's won a championship that could, be there?
You have it for one season, though.
But he's got an option. He does have an option. He probably will retire.
I think I would like the Celtics to keep that pick if that's me. Of course.
The Celtics will draft at the end of the first round. They have no space for an end of the first round guy on the bench. The G League team is good enough already. If the Mavericks want the first round draft pick, let's say that they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's a 28 to 26 draft pick.
If Dirk hadn't won a championship in the past, I would say it might be possible. Probably not with the Celtics. The thought of him leaving the Mavericks would be maybe possible. But no, he's got a championship with Dallas. I don't see him leaving Dallas. But.
No, you're underestimating the Dirk factor. Dirk comes in off your bench because he's not a starter anymore.
I just don't see him leaving Dallas. But okay.
I'm just saying, if the situation comes up where Dirk's like, you know what, Mark? We've won 10 games, and it's February, all right? Then it becomes
he's like, I'm on E over here.
What do you want me to do?
The gas light's on in my career.
There's a reason. I don't want to play out like, you know what? I'll opt out of my deal next year, you can sign me back. Just give me something to play for. You know what I mean? Like, what is he doing? So, no, Dirk is on that list, and I think he should be way above Vince Carter because he has much more left in the tank than Vince Carter.
Okay, last person on the list here. You got Mr. Nikola Mirotic. Nikola. That's Joel's boy. Too bad he's not here.
Yeah, Joel be salivating.
Get better soon, Joel.
Get better soon.
Joel doesn't get sick often, so when he's sick, it's a
and I like how
serious.
The way he broke it to us today was like, "Hey, man, I'm not feeling that great, but I'll be there. I just took a nap and I woke up with 107 fever. Like, Jesus, man, what was it before you went to nap? You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden he's like,
he didn't text 107, but it was somewhere close to that.
It was like 105, something like that. I don't remember what it was, but it was in the hundreds.
Sean's like, dude, go to the hospital. Don't come.
Don't come here, man.
Stay
I am feeling great. I just got out. I just got over the sickness.
Sean's like, I don't need that in my life.
I don't need it in my life. It's Christmas.
All right, look, I like this guy. I love the idea. I don't see Chicago entertaining it. But
Why?
But because I think they might lock him in next year.
Okay,
they might lock him in. But if they don't, why not get something out of him? Get some picks and a bench guy.
So Mirotic is that guy to me that's like he's that guy to me that's like he's not good enough to be a max player. The Bulls suck and they're in rebuild mode, so they'll have money to spend. So they may see him and say, yeah, we'll give you. I mean, he's making $12.5 million this year. So for the Celtics to get him, they have to give something up. They have to give something up of money. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's fair to assume that the Celtics are going to use that disabled player exception because you never know. You never know. You want to keep that window open.
It's a matter of what happens in March or so. If they do make a trade or if there's a buyout situation, obviously it's down the road, but the Celtics could be in line to get some help here.
What do you think out of those 5 names? And those are my names. Those are my names. Do you have any other names or out of the 5, who's your top guy?
The top guy is Lou Williams, the guy who
it is.
The guy who I think may actually the Celtics could consider if he reaches a point where he says, you know what, I want to compete in the playoffs. I think I still have enough in the tank, which is very much possible. No, Vince. I don't hate the Vince role. I don't hate him coming in and being the Gerald Green, being the
PJ Brown,
the leader. I mean, look what he did in Memphis last year. He really was the heart and soul of that second unit.
I will say,
and got those guys going.
I will say the Celtics do need a little bit of veteran leadership.
I 100% agree with you, especially off that bench.
But I think the problem is I wouldn't mind Vince, but Vince can't be the only thing you do. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to... So, let's talk about this. Why are we talking about this in the first place? It's because game after game after game, the Celtics have a lead, whether it's the first quarter, whether it's the first half, whether it's the middle of the third quarter. And then they put their bench guys in when you have Smart, Rozier, you have either Tatum or Brown, and then you have...
Yeah, it's usually Tatum. He stays in there.
Tice, right? And you're thinking... Who is going to score? You lost Marcus Morris being out is actually really hurting this team because you're losing about 10 to 13 points a night.
That's more than you thought, and until you saw when they have these tough stretches where they can't score, and then they look for offense, and then they have to wait for the stars to come back in, and then by then the lead is already gone. So yeah, I'm with you.
Vince doesn't help with that though. Right, Vince isn't going to be a consistent guy off the bench.
No, Vince is going to be the guy who, in those tough stretches, I think can put together 4-6 points in little doses when he has the opportunity. I do think he's capable of that. Can hold things over a bit. He won't be the only one. Terry Rozier can get going, but that's all it takes, right? Only one of those guys.
You only need one, right?
Yeah,
and you're not,
which was Marcus Morris, right?
Sure. And you had a guy in Marcus Morris that you could sort of rely on to be like, right. At least I know he's going to get his shots up.
But it's like we talked about last week.
He's not going to shy away from the moment.
Well, we talked about this last week. We don't know if this is going to be something that's all season long, where he's missing 10 games here, another 5 games there.
Sure. You
have someone like Vince, it's insurance. You know what I mean? It helps you.
And
then in the playoffs, you have that guy off the bench to rally the young guys.
So I think you're right. I think if you make it to the playoffs, though, Vince is not playing. I don't think you play. You know what I mean?
Green barely played until he got his name called in that one series.
Yeah,
that type of role.
Which I think is important to have a guy like that. But also, if you can then upgrade your bench and then maybe put maybe a Terry Rozier into that type of role, where it's like, we like you, or Shane Larkin's been playing a lot. Shane Larkin's already in that role, right? Yeah. You need somebody. Shane Larkin has been like the most consistent scorer off this bench, man. That's not good.
You know what the problem is with this Celtics team? And you know what? I feel like it should get worse before it gets better. If we're talking about a team that can actually learn from their mistakes, be ready to play the Houston Rockets, the Cleveland Cavaliers of the league. I think they need one more slice of humble pie, right? Because we saw what happened against the Bulls. We saw what happened against the Mavericks. You know, these are teams that you're supposed to beat. We saw what happened at home against the Utah Jazz.
Right.
Gobert goes down in the opening, 2 minutes.
Favors goes down.
Goes down. The Celtics had a chance to really build on a lead, and then they just squandered it. And then we saw the same thing Wednesday night.
So by the way,
Wednesday night was, come on. I mean, look, I get it. Olynyk was feeling himself.
No.
Olynyk went off. But who else really went off? Richardson had a good game. I mean, there were stretches where the Celtics were supposed to make stops, and they just couldn't stop those guys from scoring. You can't stop Kelly Olynyk, or at least slow down Olynyk and Richardson in the third quarter. You're going to get outscored. No. What was it, 29-14 in the third quarter? That was the difference of the game. And then you see the Celtics constantly turn to Kyrie Irving and want him to finish out these games and bail him out like he always does.
Well, the funny thing is that you just slid this in here, not saying that this is what you want under the Christmas tree.
That's my wish list
for the Celtics.
Oh, I didn't make that clear.
This guy, this Scrooge guy over here.
Yeah. Humble pie. Get a slice of that.
Josue, Scrooge, McDuck, whatever you want to call him, man.
Get a slice of humble pie.
Jeez.
Eat it, enjoy it, and then go into 2018 with a different mindset. Or at
so
least
you want them to get smoked by the Wizards,
the first
Rockets, Cavs. That's what you want. You want them to get smoked by those teams. Just say,
maybe not smoked,
you are not as good as you think,
but just hold that out. Just hold it up high. Learn from your mistakes. When you see the Cavaliers in February, that's when you give it to them. That's when you learn from your mistakes.
I don't think your thinking is very far off from what Brad is thinking, but I also think Brad is sort of, giving him that humble pie, serving it up every meal right now.
I mean,
after these games,
after that winning streak, he was the one that said, "Look, 16-game winning streak," but it really didn't look like a team that won 16 games in a row.
Right, and then you know what the thing is too is like, there's still these lapses like we talked about. Like, that's the worst part. Like, you can't have these type of lapses. Like, have a lead until this team can prove that they can go up by 10 to 19 points and hold that lead and just dominate an entire game. Then, yeah, I think you're crazy for saying, the best team in the Eastern Conference.
You just can't get yourself to say that you want to see the Celtics lose. That's what it is.
Oh, man. Well, I almost wore my Celtics.
I was going to say, you're rocking your onesie.
Which Sean, I almost had that on.
Sean nearly rocked his onesie for this one, and I wish you kept it on you. In my mind, you're still wearing it because you don't want to see the Celtics drop a handful of games to ultimately make them a better team, make them a stronger team heading into the postseason way, way down the road. That's what this slice of humble pie is going to do for the Celtics.
I want the Celtics to win on Christmas Day. I want them to beat the Houston Rockets, and I want them to show Isaiah Thomas, who may or may not be back, and LeBron James. Not Isaiah Thomas, but LeBron James exactly where to stick it. That's what I want.
All right. Well, this opening segment, of course, is brought to you by MyBookie. Head over to mybookie.ag. Use the promo code Causeway and get yourself signed up. I mean, by using the promo code Causeway, you get yourself an opportunity to play the money line, side, or total. I mean, MyBookie is your hookup for all of your betting needs. Isn't that right, Sean?
Yeah.
Offers super payouts, super fast payouts when you win, and you
can't
get those benefits until you head to mybookie.ag. Enter the promo code Causeway to activate this exclusive offer where if you sign up, MyBookie will match your deposit and give you an extra 50% bonus to play with, but you got to do it right now. Head over to mybookie.ag, enter the promo code Causeway. It's MyBookie. You play, you win, you get paid. What's up, Sean?
I think this is I wasn't even listening to that because I just looked and you look a little like a gremlin, bro.
I'm under the weather, Sean. What do you think? I'm joking here?
You look like a monk.
All right.
You look like a gremlin mixed with a monk.
This is better.
There we go. Sway's back.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
All right. Well, let's get into this very special Christmas edition of Looking Ahead, where you're actually going to not hear Sean predict the Celtics to go 3-0 like you normally would.
What?
but instead, you're going to... Oh, I forgot. I got to take this off. Instead,
don't wear that.
You're going to hear some actual predictions legit predictions, not just Sean picking the Celtics all the time. Sean Dutra's.
When you look ahead.
What do we got, Sean? I can't wait.
Celtics are going 1-0 on Christmas, baby. 1-0.
Of course. No, they're getting a slice of that humble pie. Eat up.
No, man.
Merry Christmas, Celtics fans.
So let's start.
Don't get
there.
too excited about this game.
Let's start there. Then we'll go in chronological orders on Christmas Day. We got a great Christmas Day if you're a basketball fan. I love Christmas Day because
you're just the best. You just sit around, watch basketball all day.
You know what? It's always like, hey, what are you guys doing for Christmas? I gotta tell you a funny story. I've heard what one of our friends is doing for Christmas Eve this year.
Oh, is this a off the air story?
Well, I'll just tell it now. So he's going on.
Better be good, man.
He's going on a tree trimming party where they put ornaments on the tree and then go into somebody's living room and sing 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, that sounded like something completely different. I thought you were trying to say like they're going to like trim down some trees and sing carols or something.
Could you imagine being a grown man doing that?
I've never heard of that before. Have you heard of this before?
Shout out to you. I can't even say his name because his wife's going to be mad. Anyways, you know who I'm talking about, though. You know who I'm talking about. All right. Anyways, looking ahead.
She's definitely listening right now.
Yeah, well.
Who we got on that schedule?
Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to all. Okay, so.
While they're doing that, we'll be watching these games. What's the first one?
Sit around, watch basketball all day. So let's start with the Celtics game. I want to start with the Celtics game first, and then we'll get into everything else.
Okay.
Because this is the thing. The Celtics are taking on the Wizards. When we first saw this game on the schedule, we thought
Isaiah, Jay Crowder, all those guys going to be still around.
Okay. No,
that's what I thought you were going with.
Okay, well, rivalry from
this
last year.
Rivalry.
Eastern Conference semifinal, Game 7, Isaiah taking over. When this got put on the schedule, I think we all thought, whoa, this is going to be a great game.
Exactly.
The teams are different. Well, the Celtics are different. And the Wizards have struggled. So I think the biggest thing to look at here is what team are the Wizards? I don't even know if I said that right, but what kind of team are they? Like, are they a top team in the East? Because right now they are mixed in with I think the 4 through 10 seeds are all 7 to 10 games behind the Celtics, and they're right in there, about 7.5 behind the Celtics right now. And what they aren't in the Raptors, they aren't in the Cavaliers. Upper echelon in the Eastern Conference. So what type of team is this Wizards team who a lot of people had pretty much etched in stone into the Eastern Conference Finals this year?
I think they're a team that has to figure out how to get the most out of that front court. I mean, I feel like they just don't have enough firepower. I mean, Gortat just year after year just continues to deteriorate.
That's my boy.
I mean, he gives you solid dirty work. He can grab boards for you, but he's not the
you can't rely on him.
He's not the 15 and 10 guy he used to be a few years ago when Paul Pierce was still on that team. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he was sort of the glue for that front court. I'm still waiting for Oubre to sort of make that next step.
Yeah, I think that's what's really hurting.
Hasn't done it yet. He continues to sort of maintain that same role. Sometimes he just doesn't even show up. So you look for some sort of consistency out of that wing position, and you're not really getting it. And
I mean, I do like the way Otto Porter's been playing.
He's been good. Yeah,
Otto Porter was a guy that came into the league.
That's one wing player I could
sucked.
see. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden this year he's had a pretty good year, following up on his playoffs from last year. But here's my thing about the Wizards is like you have still the best backcourt in the NBA. I mean, not the NBA, in the Eastern Conference. That should be better than the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. So what is it? Are we going to see a coaching change? Are we going to see a major shakeup in DC? I don't know, but right now, I think with the Wizards, which is the team that I thought the Celtics were going to eventually go up against in the Eastern Conference Finals this year, because I don't think the Cavs are going to get there. So
of course.
I mean, I thought at least they were the third best team in the NBA and the Eastern Conference.
Well, at the end of the day, they still have those two guys that are capable of going off. We saw that in Game 6. What those guys are capable of. They're able to extend a series because if two of those guys are on, and it seems to happen, especially in the big moments, they're a tough team to beat.
Now, are they missing Bogdanovich?
A little bit.
Who's bringing a lot? Like Bogdanovich is a funny name to say, and he's not a great player, but
maybe a little bit.
now he's on the Pacers, and look at the Pacers.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That outside shooting does go a long way for that team. We saw that last year. This is essentially the same team we're looking at this year. Just that I just haven't seen those guys make that leap that I thought they would. Guys like Oubre and bench guys that were going to emerge. No one's really been that guy.
They're always active at the trade deadline, though, so we'll see what happens, because I don't think this team, the way currently constituted, will crack that top 3, top 4 team in the Eastern
Right,
Conference.
but then they're that team in the playoffs, though. I mean, they can get out of the first round just because they have those. Yeah. They have that backcourt.
I think we're still going to be looking at a very good, entertaining Christmas Day game, but that's only one game in the regular season. So
yeah, Celtics are probably going to win.
Yay!
I don't want
1-0 on Christmas.
I don't want them to. But.
Perfect. All right. So getting off our Bostonian roots, let's look at Christmas Day. So you got my 76ers taking on Kristaps Porzingis.
That is your team.
And the New York Knickerbockers. Now, the Knicks have snuck into the playoff conversation.
Okay.
The Sixers are on the outside looking in right now, as if we stopped it right now, and probably will be the same on Christmas, but who has a better chance of making the playoffs this year? The Knicks or the 76ers?
I'm still going to go with the 76ers. I know Embiid is still not playing on the second night of back-to-backs, but, man, I like this team. I got to hand it to you, man. They have guys who step up. I love Holmes. I think he's been great for them.
Tony Petit Jr., baby.
Yeah, that's what you like to call him.
Just because of the gap in the teeth, really, is the only reason why I say that.
On nights when Embiid's not in there, he gives you solid energy.
Solid minutes.
He gives you minutes. He gives you production, both ends of the floor. Very active guy, and I feel like that type of style, his play is contagious.
Yeah. Also, you're forgetting the most unfair rookie of the year of all time. Ben Simmons has been
that goes without
lights out.
That goes without.
But I also the thing I think the reason why the Sixers haven't won as many games is because they brought JJ Redick in to be like a veteran presence and like knock down 3-point shooter, and he's been really inconsistent this year.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's part of the reason, but you know what else is another part of the reason? When it comes down to the end of the games and you're down by 2, 3 points, whatever, and you need a big shot, or maybe you're up and you need to seal a game with a big shot. Who do you turn to? Ben Simmons, right?
It's JJ Redick, Ben Simmons. I think personally,
I think you're out of names. That's pretty much it,
nope,
right?
Nope.
I don't think
Robert Covington is the guy that I would turn to.
Yeah, okay. You can find him in the corner. He can knock down a shot. But I'm talking about a guy who you need someone to create your shot. And Redick's not even that guy. Redick is coming off a pick.
No. You don't have a guy on that team that can create its own shot.
Well, that's the thing. Because
Ben Simmons can get to the hole, but if Ben Simmons is ISOing somebody up to shoot a jumper, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that at all.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. But Philly will eventually start they'll like it in the near future.
You know who that guy is?
He's not ready.
You know who
yet.
that guy is on that team?
He hasn't built that jump shot.
That's Markelle Fultz, baby.
Yeah, right.
Markelle Fultz, baby.
Listen, Ben Simmons, when he produces that jump shot, when he gets it down, look out. That's when you can really start doing the LeBron comparisons. Yeah. But then again, LeBron wasn't hitting those jump shots either his first couple of years. Remember that?
But better than awful. He's better than awful, and Ben Simmons is awful at jump shots right now.
Anyways,
hashtag Rookie of the Year goes to Tatum.
I think that's why they lose a lot of those games. When it comes down to it, they don't have that guy that can save them. They don't have a closer.
But this is one thing I will just say about the Knicks, because I actually think the Knicks will make the playoffs this year.
They could.
Because
they could.
Porzingis has been playing out of his mind. And he's easily, I thought he was going to break. And it goes back to, remember those pre-draft trade rumors about Porzingis? Who are we going to give up to him? If I knew he was going to play like this, I would have given anyone up for him.
What? You like him that much?
I would. Yes, if Porzingis.
Don't say you'll trade Jason Tatum. You'll get shots fired on the comment section, man.
If I would have, I would have traded the number 1 pick for Porzingis if I knew that Porzingis was going to play this well.
You would have traded it, so essentially traded Tatum.
Tatum, yeah.
Okay, all right. So if I get crap for Anthony Davis and you don't get crap for trading for Porzingis, something's wrong here. I'm mixed up here.
No. Okay,
if there's somebody in that comment section that says, I hear backpedaling.
Wait, no. I am not peddling. I am saying there was a deal on the table to be done for Porzingis for a pick.
But if you knew Tatum's going to be this good, you still make that deal?
Yeah, I think I would.
Oh, wow.
Because I think I would want Porzingis because
I don't
Porzingis.
know about that.
over Anthony Davis? Porzingis or Anthony Davis? Who you want?
2 guys I told you. I said in the tweet. 2 guys. Anthony Davis and the Greek Freak.
No,
Only 2 guys I would put Tatum in the deal for.
I think Porzingis is right in there too. I think he's right in there.
That's your third guy? Well, 2 guys, right? Because you wouldn't trade for Anthony Davis.
I think Anthony Davis is injury prone. So I don't
he's
know.
Not injury prone.
I think
is Kyrie Irving injury prone?
No, because Kyrie Irving has had 2 injuries, and Anthony Davis is injured literally every week.
Yeah, but if you look at the games played in the regular season, it's almost identical. Actually, you know what? Kyrie Irving has played about 55 more games in the regular season than Anthony Davis has, but he's been in the league 1 year longer.
What do you think? You're cool?
No, I'm just saying. If you look at the regular season, but of course, Kyrie's played a lot more in the postseason for obvious reasons.
Kyrie has probably sat out of games healthy.
No, but what was my point when we had this original discussion, though? If you're playing on a contender, you're going to probably play more games. If you're on a crappy team, lottery team, they're going to sit you when you have a cold. Okay. Any signs of weakness.
I would say you could convince me to trade Tatum.
Kyrie would play less games. You could convince
me to trade Tatum for Anthony Davis. I'm not saying it's an absolute no, but I mean,
you still got Jalen. That's what I'm saying. I think you still got Jalen.
One or the other, maybe. I would listen to it, but I'm just saying like Porzingis and the Greek Freak and Anthony Davis are probably
that's your 3. Okay.
They're the stars that are under 25 that you're going to be able to lock up long term. Like, if Anthony Davis was just healthy, he would be easily on that list for me. But, I mean, those are the guys. Those are the guys. And I think this year Porzingis is playing to a level where you have to put him in that conversation.
All right. What we got next?
All right. Well, after that riveting battle of the Atlantic Division, 76ers versus the Knicks, you have the Cavs versus the Warriors. This is a matchup that I don't really know if it makes that much sense to put on Christmas Day.
No, they're all going to play.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. Maybe.
You think Isaiah is back?
Maybe. Oh, I don't know about that. I think that would be a good idea. Get him out there.
Why not?
I mean, he's made an
appearance. Rush him back, right, LeBron?
You know what?
Rush him back, LeBron.
Bold prediction, he's going to be there.
Okay, I hope LeBron rushes him back.
Reduce minutes.
I hope LeBron rushes him back and he plays like crap. I'm sorry.
He'll be on a minute restriction.
It hurts me to root against Isaiah Thomas, but I have to now because he's basically LeBron James' bitch. Because everyone on that team is LeBron James' bitch.
Does Steph play?
Does Steph play?
I was thinking everybody else except for Steph.
Yeah,
I think maybe Steph's going to sit out.
I think they've said something that Steph probably won't make it.
Yeah, I think everyone else is going to play though. Who wins?
The Warriors.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Warriors.
So. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun game, though. LeBron drops 40.
After that, I think it's the best game of the night. Rockets Thunder. Not because the Rockets Thunder. Not that the Thunder are one of the top teams in the Western Conference, but because you have so much going on in this matchup.
Upset. Calling upset right now.
Oh, you think Thunder over the Rockets?
OKC knocks off the Rockets, gives them what? Their 6th loss of the season?
Well, would you look at that?
Look at it.
Just look at that. Just look at it.
Christmas Day, I'm going to say Westbrook drops what? 42?
Ooh, I was going to say 70.
No. Westbrook drops 42.
I'm saying Westbrook drops 70.
George drops about 38.
George drops about 14.
They're just going to carry it in the second half.
By the way, you hear these rumblings about a Paul George trade rumor?
No. What team? Don't say the Celtics.
No, that OKC may be interested in shopping Paul George.
Let's see.
What is, if they know that Paul George isn't going to resign and they know that Carmelo may not resign, what's the biggest return they can get is Paul George. Anywhere. Who wants Paul George? Everybody would.
I'm going to get back to you on that. There's a team out there. There's an ideal scenario where this
what,
works.
Like the Boston Celtics?
No.
Why?
We can give up. Horford?
No.
You got to give up somebody.
We can work that out. We'll get on the trade machine right after this. That just popped into my head.
Next episode.
Coming out of the head.
Maybe in 2018.
There it is. 2018 New Year's resolution. Figure out how the Celtics get Paul George.
I got to look at the math.
The last game of the night is a disgrace. And Adam Silver, I'm talking to you.
Oh,
I'm tired of seeing the Los Angeles Lakers on prime time NBA television.
I saw that coming. I didn't know what you meant.
Why? Every TNT night, every ESPN night, every NBA TV fan night, and I know there is no fans voting for the Lakers to be on there. Stop showing it. No one wants to see Lonzo Ball.
That's what it's
No
about.
one cares that Magic
That's what
Johnson
it's
owns
about.
a team. No one cares until they're good. They are not a good team. So stop showing them on every freaking primetime you can get a chance to show them.
So they're going to lose?
Yes, they're going to lose to the Timberwolves. Yes, they are. Obviously, they are. They stink. They're one of the worst teams I've ever seen. And the only reason why they're on primetime is because somehow, LeVar Ball must know where every skeleton is freaking buried in the NBA, man. Because he says, you know what? Not only is my kid, you know what? He's a good basketball player. So I'm going to force him to the Lakers. Force him to the Lakers. And guess what? Because I'm doing this, and because I'm such a loudmouth, and because I know everything that's going on, I am just going to make sure that the Lakers are on primetime every day. And you know what? Oh, Christmas Day, your biggest day of the year. What would you like? A little Timberwolves Portland matchup at 10:30? Great matchup. Let's think about like a Timberwolves even at the beginning of the year, Timberwolves Clippers matchup would have been better, right?
Right.
Timberwolves Lakers, bro. The Lakers again. I don't know. I'm sick of it, Adam Silver. Get them off prime time.
It doesn't matter how good or bad the Lakers are. They're always going to be in prime time.
No. Because when they were bad, they were not on this many primetime things. They were not.
When Kobe was around, when
you had the Clippers and the Warriors
when
dominating.
Parker was his point guard, they were still televising those games.
This year, I want somebody to do the stats. This year, there has been more Lakers national televised games than Warriors national televised games, and that's a fact.
All right, I'm going to look it up.
That's a fact. Adam Silver, stop it.
All right. Sean turning into the Grinch here in this Christmas edition of this Causeway Street podcast. Josue Pavone, Sean Dutra, Joel, get well soon.
Sorry, Joel.
Thinking about you. Merry Christmas, bro. And this segment, of course, is brought to you by our good friends over at DraftKings. Head over to DraftKings.com. Use the promo code CLNS and get yourself signed up with your free deposit and a shot at $10,000. All you got to do is head over to DraftKings.com, use the promo code CLNS, and get yourself paid.
All day.
And that's Sean Dutra's.
When you look ahead.
All right. Oh, man. Sean, I feel weird saying this. It's time for...
In case you missed it.
And Joel's not going to start talking right now. This is weird, man. We've never done this before, have we?
In case you missed it.
I feel like we've skipped this segment. We've skipped this segment every time. When Joel's not around. Well, I say every time.
Joel's going to be mad.
I think it's been like 3 times.
Joel's about to be mad that we're doing In Case You Missed It without him. But
you know what? I'm going to do it in a way that's different than what he usually does. So I'm going to do it like this. We're just going to fire. I'm going to fire him off here. We're going to go right through it. Pretend like it didn't happen.
Kapow, kapow.
Real quick. Real quick. We just get it done. All right, here we go.
All right.
Eminem dropped a new CD. Thoughts? Have you got a chance to listen to it?
I've listened to 4 tracks off it, and I haven't gotten past the 4 tracks.
The first 4 tracks?
Eminem CD is garbage, man.
What? Stop it. Revival? Eminem dropped Revival, and that's what you say? You haven't even heard the whole thing. See, that's the thing about Sean. Sean doesn't like to see his rappers go into a veteran stage where they're just not delivering classics like he would like to hear.
Listen, I'm talking. I wish there was one classic on the album. Just one classic. What's the
song? Why is he gotta drop a classic, man? These guys are veterans.
I want a
classic.
They're adults. No, then don't make an album.
You want Slim Shady. That's what you want.
Don't make an album then, man. If you know you're not going to be able to make a legitimate album
some good tracks on here
with any good music on it. No, like and at the end of the day too, I am not a hardcore M fan. Like I am not like in his. I like M. I think he's like one of the best rappers of all time. But I'm not like, yo, M's the best in it. Like, that's the only people who appreciate those past your prime records. Like, look at Nas. Like, Nas has dropped like 4 albums since he's been relevant.
Yeah.
And the only person I know who still bumps that is friggin' Tunis.
Yeah, but this is the thing, though. It's good music, Sean. I just feel like you want it to be a classic. And I'm with you. I get it. It's like when you see an artist past their prime, you can't help but compare their new stuff to their best stuff. I just think it's good, but I'm with you. This is my thing. This is my beef with the album. This is my beef.
Well, know my beef? I'll tell you my beef.
You haven't even heard the whole thing, so hold on. Let me get this in. 2 things. One, a lot of fillers. All right, there's 19 tracks here. I thought that there's a lot of songs that could have been cut from the album. You had to put them all in there. My second thing is I don't like the too many pop features. Look, I don't mind a Beyonce track, even though I'm not. The song is growing on me a bit.
That song sucks.
I don't think it should have been a single.
That song sucks.
It shouldn't have been a single. It's good. It's a good song to start the album.
No, that song sucks.
It's
everything about it sucks.
It's okay.
No, it's
I
not.
I won't say it sucks. There are some songs on here that suck. I give you that.
No.
I don't think that's one of them.
That song is literally like sounds like it's produced by like a 4-year-old.
All right.
Who has 2 favorite songs and they just mashed them together and doesn't know how to use Pro Tools.
There's another one called Bad Husbands with the ex-ambassadors. It's okay. It's decent. There's some good cuts here. Framed is the best, man. You gotta hear Framed. Have you heard Framed? I told you to listen to Framed. That's the best song on the album.
I'm not gonna listen to any of it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put Sean on during the holidays. Another beef that I have with the album. Okay, so since Sean didn't hear it, there's an interlude where it's just like a hook. It's called Revival. The interlude probably would have been the best hook on the entire album, except for it literally is 30 seconds long and then it goes into the next song. It's like,
that's frustrating.
Come on, Eminem.
Really?
Yes, and I guarantee you've listened to it. You'll agree with me though. We'll revisit it. We'll visit it together. I got to revisit it, and I'll put you on. All right. What else we got? In case you missed it.
Joel, what else we got, man?
In case you missed it. Kobe Bryant. He's probably doing that right now. It's messed up. Kobe Bryant had 2 of his numbers retired, number 8 and number 24 went up to the Raptors. I know Sean is thrilled to see such an unbelievable moment. Did you even watch it?
No, I didn't fucking watch.
Come on, Sean.
Get out of here, dude. I'm not going to watch that.
One of the greatest players gets his number retired. You're not going to watch it?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I don't like the Lakers or Kobe Bryant. Like, I didn't.
You gotta respect greatness.
I didn't sit down and watch Derek Jeter get his number retired. Why would I sit down and watch Kobe Bryant get his number retired? Great. You want to retire his number? Fine. Don't involve me in it. Don't expect me to have any emotions about it. I hated Kobe Bryant.
That's one of the ultimate competitors.
Sure, fine.
Give him props.
I don't care. I hated Kobe Bryant. That would be like all New York Jets fans all of a sudden when Tom Brady gets his number retired. I sat down and watched it because no, listen. I don't like Kobe Bryant.
That's gonna piss you off if they do that.
I know. Yes, I would piss me off.
All right.
I don't like Kobe Bryant, so I'm not going to now change because he's getting his number retired. Do I say he shouldn't get his number retired? No, I think it's actually pretty cool he's got both numbers retired. You know what? I'll read 1 line about it, and I'll be like, oh, nice. That's it. And I'm not going to sit down and have a candlelight vigil for friggin' Kobe Bryant, okay? Excuse me if I don't shed a tear for Kobe Bryant getting his number retired.
All right, well, LeVar Ball has made himself relevant again, of course. So what else is new? He's starting up a basketball league for high school graduates who don't want to go to college. They want to get their experience in this league and
so what is
and be able to enter the NBA draft at age 19. So this is sort of the you don't have to go to Europe, kids. Come on down here and spend a year with me, and I'll get you ready for the pros.
This is a mix between the XFL and it's probably going to be sponsored by like G2, you know, the sugar-free Gatorade.
So you're saying they're gonna have like the nickname on the back of the jersey?
Yeah, it's gonna be
smack talking in segments. It'll be like wrestling.
Yeah,
you know, you get to talk your smack, have a showdown, and then right before, you know, have a one-on-one, face-to-face, intense confrontation, and then you battle out on the court.
I would love it if they had that. Like they barely called fouls and shit. They got kids like actually NBA ready.
Yeah,
but
like imagine seeing like Jason Tatum in the league like that. No. You know, a year ago.
He went to Duke,
and if he didn't go to Duke, I'm saying hypothetically, Sean,
he was fine to go to college.
It's one thing to see like amateurs in that type of setting, but to see like legit prospects, it'd be they would get ratings.
Let's be
face
honest.
it. There's some money to be made there.
There's
some money to be made.
Let's be honest. That would be the most boring league in the entire world, because the only reason why we enjoy watching, like, I'm not sure if you've ever tried to watch, like a top 5 in national ranked high school basketball game, but it sucks, bro. Like, the players rule everything, and that's exactly what that league is. Like,
yeah, but I think this league
I'm sorry,
would be,
I would like a little structure in my basketball.
I think this league would be like the third, fourth best players from those games are going to play because the top prospects are probably going to go off to college. They're going to go another route. So you get the mid-level guys, the guys who have a chance to make it to the league, but they need another way to showcase their skills.
The only reason why because I don't know. The only reason why I think this league may be beneficial is because the NCAA has some archaic rules and is annoying because if you have an athlete that has done and has made his way to the NCAA and you ban him for like summer classes like that, like somebody took summer classes and got banned, and then if you want to say like, oh, he obviously had no money at all and somebody gave him a little bit of money, that's my problem. Is like this hopefully will force the NCAA to look into, let's stop being probably one of the worst run organizations in sports and the worst run organization in sports if you talk about the way they treat their money makers, because the coaches, I'm sorry, the coaches are not the money makers. It's the players who are the money makers. So if you want to tell me that a Roy Williams or a Rick Pitino who just got arrested and is investigated by the FBI and all of the coaches that are in the NCAA that were under that giant FBI investigation are the money makers in that league, I'm sorry, you are sadly mistaken, NCAA. Pay your damn players. Don't let LeVar Ball show you up. That is ridiculous.
All right, finally, in case you missed it, Isaiah Thomas was seen shooting around with his teammates before they took the floor in a recent game. Was it Thursday night? He's also going to go into the G League to get some reps in before making his comeback. So Christmas Day, don't call me crazy if you see Isaiah out there Christmas Day. Sean Dutra, you didn't like how he looked in that shoot around. You saw some.
I didn't like how he looked.
You didn't like his bounce.
No, he had no bounce.
You think he's still banged up, bro?
Yeah, he's definitely still banged up.
Well, he's definitely still banged up, but I think he could still be a contributor. He's going to be good. I can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait to see how he plays next to LeBron James.
I think LeBron James is definitely the one shooting him up with those painkiller shots. I'll tell you that. Come on, Isaiah, you ready to get out there? You're good.
We'll have to wait and see. I hope he plays. That'd be great. That'd be a great surprise.
I hope Derrick Rose plays.
Why?
Cause.
Okay. All right, well, that's going to do it for this edition of it.
In case you missed it.
Sean, Merry Christmas. No, that wasn't the same at all.
No.
That was weird.
Yeah, he didn't do a very good job.
Felt wrong.
Yeah.
I told you I'd do a different version, man. I thought it was decent. But it wasn't the same. Merry Christmas, Sean. I'm up out of here. I'm going to take some cough medicine and try to feel better for Christmas. But what's your... what are you going to get for Christmas? What do you think? What is something that you think is going to... Actually, you know what? Let's do this. What's the worst Christmas gift you ever received?
Ooh,
let's do that.
By far, worst Christmas gift I ever got was a gift card. I forget the store, some clothing store.
That you never go to?
Nope.
That was your worst gift?
Nope.
You're lucky.
The reason is because when I went up to use the gift card, that shit was not working. And there was $0 on that gift card. Somebody tried to pawn me off. What, you know how you go to the store and you take a gift card off the shelf and it doesn't work until the guy swipes it? That card was never swiped, bro.
Not once.
Never had any money put onto it, and I had it, and I went up there, I was like,
how old were you? Because you must have been really pissed off because you still remember it. So must have been a little on the younger side.
I must have been like 15. It was like college, and I was like, college, yeah. Head of the curve guy. No, high school, and I went to go get clothes, and then I realized like I don't have enough money in my bank account to get this clothes that I just put up here, so I just walked out.
Must have been pissed.
Took the L.
For me, the worst gift, I don't know, man. The only thing I can think of is when I was a kid. This one year, I got a lot of gifts, man. My parents really went all out, and the worst gift. Well, I shouldn't say it was the worst, but the one that I can't think of that disappointed me more was when I got a piggy bank.
Ooh.
I was 8. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you're like
Save
7,
your
8,
pennies, little swag.
You get a lot of gifts from like your aunts and your uncles. Yeah. Like, you have a lot of relatives come over. Then they drop off a lot of gifts. But I remember this one gift. I think my mom gave it to me. And I felt bad because at first I was like, oh, this is great. I'm going to save money. And, when I'm
going to be a responsible adult.
Exactly. I'm going to save it. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to have all the money to spend. Start saving all these quarters and all these dimes. I'm just like, I don't want to smash this thing. This is terrible. I just want the money. I want to keep, I want like a child's version of a savings account, but I want to be able to grab it when I want to. I just hated the whole concept. So then after a while of doing that, I said, you know what? I'm done saving. I'm not doing this anymore. And then I remember my mom noticing that it wasn't as heavy as she thought it would be after like a couple of years.
Because you figured
I put 5 quarters in there and I gave up, Mom. Sorry. That's all the saving I'm doing.
And you figured you could just turn it upside down and let the quarters fall out of the little slit.
But it's not the same as like getting like $7 worth of quarters.
Yeah, literally, how big was this piggy bank? Because
you have to smash it to get it all out.
Yeah, so if you smash it to get it all out, you'll then have $14 maximum.
For an 8-year-old, that's like $80. That's a come up.
Piggy banks are the dumbest thing ever invented.
Well, the thing is that it's made for kids. It's like kids don't want to save money, man. They want to spend it. They're
spend it.
They're gonna learn that rule 10 years down the road. Give or take, depending on where you are in life, I guess. All right. Well, that's gonna do it. Christmas episode. Not bad.
Oh,
Not bad.
It was a great episode, I thought.
You know what? I think I like this tree.
How about you, Joel?
I like this tree a little more now.
Hell yeah. That tree speaks to me, man. It tells me. It tells you
you're going to have a great Christmas.
Tells me everything's going to be great this Christmas.
All right, we're up out of here.
You can't tell me nothing.
You know what? Since Joel's not here, I got to somewhat do what he usually does at the end of every single episode.
At Causeway Street.
Yeah, at Causeway Street everywhere.
On everything.
On Twitter, on
at
every
Causeway
social
Street.
media. Causeway Street. That's where you find us. Check out, of course, CLNS Media on Twitter. Check them out on the YouTube channel. If you haven't already, check out our videos. We're
on the YouTube.
Our videos
on the interweb.
Yeah, check out it on the interwebs. Yeah, there you go. And Sean's got the lingo down already. It's been so many episodes. It's in my head. It's like a flashback. That's how I know we're about to wrap things up. So that's the way we're going to wrap things up.
All the things you said running through my... Come on, man. Keep talking. I got the background vocals.
And we're up out of here. For Sean Dutra, I'm Joseph Pavone. Joel Pavone. Feel better. We'll exchange gifts. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Have a safe Christmas.
Yes. Happy Hanukkah.